Good morning. I am Serji from class 10G and I am here to talk about my favorite novel, which is A Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So sit back and enjoy. It is one thing to mortify curiosity, another to conquer it. This is one of the famous quotes from the Scottish novella by Robert Louis Stevenson, first published in 1886. This story is synonymous to the concept of multiple personality disorders. It is a slow-paced story full of increasingly mysterious events and finally reveals a big twist, which, to be frank, came unexpectedly. This story is called The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. The story follows a protagonist who is surprisingly not Jekyll, but a close friend of his with the name of Utterson. He is a lawyer who has received a strange will from Jekyll. It starts with rumors about the outrages of a strange person called Mr. Hyde, who is described as downright detestable. The story revolved around the fact that a well-respected member of the society, whose gravest mistakes were a certain impatient gaiety of a disposition, granted his will in case of the disappearance or death of Dr. Jekyll to this sinister man for no apparent reason. Some feared that Jekyll was being blackmailed for his mistakes in his youth. Jekyll became a recluse after a man was killed by Hyde and obstinately said that he had no more relations to Hyde. In the end, it was revealed that Dr. Jekyll was Mr. Hyde and he had created a potion to transform into Mr. Hyde, to give in to his base evil desires. First, Jekyll died and then Hyde followed him. The reason that this story was one of my favorites was because it showed that even the best of us are not free of evil. And despite widespread belief, Jekyll and Hyde are not two different people. Jekyll refers to the good, sociable qualities, while Hyde refers to the unrestrained evil urges. It's a thought-provoking story about the duality of human nature. One of my favorite quotes is, "The moment I choose, I can be rid of Mr. Hyde." Because this shows that Jekyll has believed that he can control Hyde and he is not dependent nor addicted to turning into Hyde. I feel like this correlates a lot with the various addictions in the modern era, from drugs to alcohol to just your average smartphone. The only reason people get caught up in these addictions is because they trust that they will be able to control it. But in most cases, it goes alright and ends up with the destruction of their lives and their loved ones, just like how Jekyll met his end. Even when people feel the need to get out of their addiction, they are not able to do so and it has started to control them already. So I feel that the story is a cautionary tale of the dangers of modern society. I would like to end this speech with another one of my favorite quotes. I learned to recognize the thorough and primitive duality of man. I saw that of the two natures that contended in the field of my consciousness, even if I could rightly be said to be either, it was only because I was radically both. Thank you very much for listening to my speech.